Am I live? Yes, it says I'm live. Let's see if I can make this bigger. See who joins me. Shit, in a few hours from now, it's gonna be a whole new year. Not 5. That's 7:05. Not too late. See who gets in. See who joins me. See who joins me. Give me a little time to see who jumps in. Yes, 7:07. Yes. 77, baby. I like that. Not probably a bad timing to do this. But I got some good information I want to put out there. And after I'm done with the collective reading, I want to touch on some things that I feel that it's very important to bring up, especially going into a whole next quarter of 2012, y'all, because that's what we're going to be going into. It's not really 2021, okay? So I want to touch on that, prepare us for the next shitstorm that's going to create a bigger and better shift, right? So this is the reason why too I'm doing this, also because of the simple fact that it's the message needs to be out. It's not for, like I said, it's not for me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go into it. I've been out here for 1 minute now. It looks like that's what it said. And whoever catches it. You know, I got things to do too. So I'm gonna start from bottom to top. So the first card. Oh, I love this. 13. Number 6, the sacred number 13. And it's awesome because this is the date we're on, the 31st. And that 31st is also 13. So look into those numbers, 13, 13. You're going to get a message. So this is the card 13. Okay? This is talk about coherence. This is the frequency that's coming around us right now as a collective consciousness. Okay? Entering a new quarter of 2012, a new year. So it says the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for optional ability to create the reality that we desire. And this is a powerful message, y'all. Because look at that. Look at the colors that surrounds this. You have the purple, right? The purple is your third eye. You even got the colors of the sun. We are the children of the sun, y'all. Okay? Then you have the heart. What is the heart? The heart is the center of the earth. The connection to mama. Compassion. Direction. Okay, so regardless of what we're going to start seeing, if you think that 2020 was a bad year for a lot of people, get ready for the next quarter of 2012. That's going to be even worse. But just because we're going into a time where you're going to feel like you're in lockdown and you're being defeated, know that you're not defeated, because the only reason why anyone has ever felt defeated because they allow themselves to be defeated. Remember, if you're in the frequency of the heart and you have the ability of coherence, you're able to change a negative into a positive. You're able to change that fear into what? Love, y'all. Isn't that the highest vibration on the planet? Isn't that what guides? Isn't that what leads? Not fear. Fear is an illusion, not a reality. Love is a reality, not an illusion. Which is why you have the ability to create any reality you desire, especially when you're coming from your heart space. Remember, your heart space is also your inner space that creates your outer space. Let me say that again. Your heart space is your inner space that creates your outer space. As within, so without. So check that out. For those of you that want to take a picture of this card, let me try to get a good angle, because this is a very important card, especially because it's 13. And 13 breaks down to 4. Okay? 13 breaks down to 4. You see, I shuffled these cards a few times. I've saged them. I don't make none of this up. This is the real deal. And also, this is interesting because this is also 4. Today is the day of Jupiter, Thursday. Also a representation of number 4. And I'm going to get into that a little later once I do these cards. So check that out. Take a picture of this. Okay? This is the energy that's supporting us right now. Remember, we just got off the Great Conjunction. The Great Conjunction was Saturn and Jupiter. And I'll talk about that more once we're done here. So, wow. Gaia, y'all. Gaia is considered mama, mother, which a lot of people seem to forget about mama. You see, it's a shame when we, the children of mother, forget about her, but mother never forgot about you, because she also suffered for so many for centuries along with her children. And now, during this COVID, mother was able to restore her energy and get right with herself. This is why not only the planet has been evolving, but mother has been rejoicing and rejuvenating her energy along as we have, the children. We evolving. We are expanding our consciousness. We becoming more aware of ourselves. So this right here talks about the frequency of mama. Reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. Remember, everything comes out the womb of mom. Everything comes out the womb. Okay, and this is awesome because this also breaks down to 10, 28, 9, and 10. Okay? So this is a very great time that we're in. And I want to break more science down of that too once we're done here. So not only do you have the energies of mother, okay, that's something big, because mother's full of love and full of compassion, and this is what we need right now in this time of where people are really walking around in fear, and are losing their sense of direction. They're losing hope, they're losing faith, they're losing themselves because a lot of death that's surrounding them. And I'm going to get into that a little later too, about what we see and why that shit is happening. There's no coincidence that everything is happening for a reason. So go ahead and take a picture of that if you can. Let me see if you get a good view of that. And that's the frequency of mother, mama. Okay, look at the colors on that though. That's beautiful, man. You see how there's beauty in mama? All right. Wow. 5. And 5 also represents, let's see, what is it? What does 5 represent again? Let me see if I can remember. I know, I mean, it's the throat chakra. This is what we see, but 5 also represents something else too. That's a type of energy. See if I can remember. I can't. It's not coming to me right now. It'll come to me a little later. But this is the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower, okay, of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Remember, we're going in a time that we need peace and balance. Remember what I talked about too, how the throat chakra is also the sound, the element of sound, right? It's when you're speaking your truth. A lot of people are going to start speaking their truth more. A lot of people are not going to be afraid of the systems. They're going to start speaking up their truth and speaking from their purpose. Because see, with this brings the love and order, okay? This brings purpose. When you speak from your place of your heart, nothing can stop the truth from being heard. Nothing can stop the truth from being heard. When you speak your purpose, you're coming from a place of power, right? So remember, during chaos, there has to be balance. Just like in the darkness, there has to be light. Not only during the chaos, there has to be peace and balance, but there also has to be order. That's the order of the day, is when you speak in your truth and you're coming from a place of power. You're no longer allowing any outside programs to control your thinking and your words, your truths, right? Because why? Because you're able to create your desire to make it more a reality. If you've been paying attention to what I've been telling you, what I've been experiencing, you will understand that none of this right here is false. When you know thyself, you know thyself. You get what I'm saying? So lastly is remembrance. Remembrance, y'all. A lot of you are going to start remembering who you are. A lot of you are going to start going through that past life regression. A lot of you are going to start tapping into your Akashic records. Because see, the Akashic records of any reincarnation is stored in your memory bank. It's also stored in your DNA. So when you're starting to remember who you are, you start seeing the support that you have around you as well. That whatever is going on outside of you, with this COVID and all this fear mongering, is not what's going to be part of your reality once you're able to coexist and co-create with the support you have from Mother, and coming from your power to speak your truth. Nothing and no one can hold you back. That means if you have that kind of support, remember what I said how a lot of us fell and we don't know who we are. We're lost. But just because one is lost, it doesn't mean they can't be found. It's all about connecting back to your inner self, of remembering, because everything that you, every past life that you had is stored inside you. You have to find it. And how you do that, Miguel? You gotta go inner. That means you need to tap out to tap in. Remember, you create your inner space to create your outer space. Very important. I hope my mic is working. If a mic is on, please say yes. Whoever's watching. So here, and this is tripped out because doesn't it look like a memory? Doesn't this almost look like kind of like a brain? You see that? So the frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in the body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Okay, so remember what I was saying. A lot of you are starting to remember. A lot of you are the sleeping giants that need to wake up. Once you wake up to knowing who you are, that's when the power begins. Remember the Matrix movie? How Neo started to realize that he wasn't just that individual in that meat suit? That's what's happening now. A lot of people are starting to spark up and remember who they are. Awesome message. And that is also the number 38. That breaks down to 11, right? That 9, 10, 11. Yes, 11. Okay. So take a picture of that. That's the energies that you have as a collective. Okay. Pretty awesome reading. And you know, it's awesome how spirit comes through, because right now this is the time where spirit is more active and they're supporting humanity. Let me tell you something too, is that energy never dies, man. That's another thing we have to start understanding, is that a lot of us been here many times. Many times. And when you start to realize that, you start knowing that you as a soul, remember, this is just a body that drives, this is the body that drives the spirit. The soul is the light. It's your force. It gives you battery. Who's seen that? It gives you battery. It's like a energizer battery, right? That keeps that bunny going and going. Remembers that commercial. So think of you as that, as you being that battery. What's gonna, like, what turns on the light? Is it the light that turns out? Is it the light bulb that turns the light on? Or is it the electricity that turns on the light bulb? Which one comes first? Because you're going to have electricity on, and if you don't have a light bulb up there, your light's not going to work. It's completely darkness without the light bulb, right? So you got to understand that you're not just that body. We've been here many times. And the more we start to realize that, the more we start comprehending more of what we are and why we are here. And individuals such as myself knows why I'm here and knows my purpose. And I could speak that. I could speak that from my truth because why? Because I've been able to grow mentally, physically, and spiritually, where I've been able to tap into more of my inner self. And the more I rediscover more of myself, it's more of an awareness. It's more of waking up more. Because remember, like I said not that long ago when I was going through that old live I did last year. This was like maybe what I talked about this a week ago. How I know I went through so many breakthroughs. How that I know that I evolved so much. But why? Because I've been taking the time to go in there and putting in the work. Come on, dude. You see me now and you see me then. Am I the same person? I might have a lot of people not like me because now I'm speaking my truth because I have fully awakened from the programs of the system that I was still a part of and clinging on to because I wasn't completely conscious of myself because I didn't completely have all the awareness I needed. Now I speak more confidently. Now I speak more of who I am because I'm experiencing this journey because this was my purpose. Doing the work I'm doing now. Being at service. Just yesterday I looked at or this morning I was looking at a live I did last year, the same time today, right? It was a New Year's live. And I was like, man, I dropped some good things, but I was still kind of like, still touching on to that God and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I still dropped some gems. And not only that, I was looking back about the goals that I set for myself. And most of the goals I set for myself, I accomplished them. I said I was going to start off my YouTube channel, and I did. I kind of started off a little late within the year, but I still started it. I said I was going to read more books, and I did. Not only did that, I was able to even make more breakthroughs. But why? Because this is one thing for sure is that, like I said the last time I spoke, that I knew something really bad was going to happen. I felt that. I didn't know what it was, but I knew something was going to kick off. And it did. And I remember also saying last year too, how we're going to be going into the 2020, it was going to be about inner sight, inner knowing and stuff and shit like that, right? And guess what happened? Isn't that what happened? You know what I'm saying? So it was just like where others were going into that fear mongering and that fear program, a lot of us were starting to tap in and wake up more. Like COVID wasn't my curse, COVID was my blessing. And I know a lot of people can't even say that because of what they're experiencing. But see, let me tell you something what's maybe more messed up. Because I've been putting information out there right after this COVID. I put information out there how to go and heal yourself, how to kill that virus, how to do this and how to do that. What's messed up about how people are, they stay closed-minded. You see, when you stay closed-minded, you stay closed off. You see, it's messed up how the government could issue solutions how to prevent COVID, but they don't offer you a fucking cure. And there's cures out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's plenty of cures out there because look what Mother provides. You got medicine out there that's in the ground. The oldest plants on this planet. The oldest herbs on this planet. Older than any fucking vaccine. And said you got people that are still naive to that because they don't want to have any common sense, or because they just don't want to believe because it's not mainstream, or because I'm not a scientist. You understand that science is in our nature? I don't have to be a scientist to be part of science. I'm already a scientist because I'm in that science. Your body's part of science. If anything, sciences are created through you. Your science. I don't need a PhD degree to study plant medicine. It's in my DNA. It's in my background. It's in my fucking my ancestry lineage of who I am. I don't need a PhD degree to be out here and speak on certain things. Because one thing for sure is that I have a spiritual degree. I don't need a PhD. That PhD degree is part of this realm, part of this 3D. The degrees I have are higher than that. You get what I'm saying? So we got to start coming from a place of more awareness. Because we're going into a time where it's going to be worse. If you think that this year was worse for you, imagine what's going to happen in the next quarter of 2012. How bad it's going to get worse for you then. Prepare yourself. If you're in that fear-mongering, prepare yourself for something even worse that's going to happen. Because you're already part and plugged in to that system. Again, like I said, it's sad when I have people I know and their family members are dying from this virus, and yet there was tragedy. There was cures out there that was put out there. You don't even have to even like me to get the message. Fall in love with the message. Or fuck, do your own research and find someone else that you can connect to. Again, like I said, you don't have to fully connect with me. Connect with the message. Connect with the message. Let the message guide you. Let the message be where it's going to be of value to you. I get it. A lot of us are not ready to receive high energy. A lot of us ain't really even ready to hear the truth because of the programs. But again, whose programs are they? Are they yours or are they theirs? Theirs are ones that they created those programs. They don't have to be part of you. You don't have to be part of that program. It's a choice. It's a choice. Like for instance, I took time of my day to get on here. I wasn't forced to. It was my choice because I have that heart that I have to come up here and speak my mind because it needs to be heard what I'm saying. It's a choice. Just like I didn't have to come back here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be here. But it was a choice to be here. Everything was for a purpose. Hell, think about the times that we have incarnated here. How many times as we have. A lot of this shit that we're facing right now, our ancient ancestors were getting us ready for this moment. I would have been naive not to want to be back here. Especially knowing that we're going into that age. We're in that age. We're in that time. Where things are starting to shift. And shit is happening. It's your choice to see it for what it is. Or keep falling in line. Following everybody else. Going right. And where everybody else is going right, they're going to the wrong direction. Where you could be going left. You get what I'm saying? You know, so think about this. We just got off the Great Conjunction. 21, right? The 21st. 3. What is 3? 3 is a magical number. Not only that, it's a magical number, but it's union. It's the mother, father, and child. There's no coincidence of these numbers. Numbers never lie. You just gotta pay attention to the numbers. You gotta pay attention to the language. You gotta pay attention to the frequencies. That's why the energies are out there. We just got off the conjunction. What was the conjunction? It was the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, love, peace, and balance. Okay? That's what Jupiter brings. Why are those energies coming in? Because of the time we're moving into, where we're going into. It also brings good health. Remember, if you have a healthy mind, a healthy body, you have a healthier mind. Why you think they want to keep poisoning the foods? Why you think they do their best to poison the air, the water, and everything else? To keep you disconnected, to keep you in low vibration. Why you think they created so many events within this whole year. From the COVID to the George Floyd to these election, all these were events that happened for a purpose. Excuse me. Not only to distract you, but to keep you stuck in your body, to keep you stuck in that beast body of the ego, of the animal. Again, what is beast? You hear what I'm saying? So we have to really, really understand what we are seeing and what is happening. Remember, a lot of people can't even see with these two eyes. Let alone have this one active and open. You feel what I'm saying? And not only that, that we had Jupiter is conjuncting, we had Saturn. What does Saturn do? Saturn helps you deal with the shit that you didn't want to deal with. It reveals itself to you. Like, you got to get on this. You got to take care of this. This is some shit you got to banish and destroy. This is some shit that you got to get ready for. That's what that Saturn energy does. It banishes the negative energy and gives you the protection energy that you need, so you can have the abundance, the prosperity, the health. You get what I'm saying? These are the energies that we have provided to us. And not only that, we still have Betelgeuse up there, man. One of our deceased ancestors. You get what I'm saying? What do you think is going to happen to it when it bursts? It's going into you. Remember, as above, so below, as within, as without. You get what I'm saying? This is what's happening right now. This is the time we're in. So what was the Great Conjunction about? It was the time where we're in right now, where new systems are failing and new systems are beginning. That was told to us by our Amics, by the Ethiopians, by the Mayans, by the Aztecs. Remember, the Amics is a real old ancient civilization, way older than any Christianity or Catholicism or any Catholic Christian God. You get what I'm saying? It's BC for a reason. What is BC, Miguel? Before the confusion era. What is AD? After the delusion era. You get what I'm saying? The Amics went through a transition as a cocoon from a butterfly, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Did I get that order right? I don't know, but yeah, it sounds like I did. You get what I'm saying? That's what happened to the Amics. They became your Mayans and later your Aztecs. You get what I'm saying? What did they do? They evolved. They evolved. That's what we're seeing right now. We are evolving. We are going through a transition. Just like mama is evolving, we are also evolving. You get what I'm saying? Again, a lot of people say that we're going into the Age of Aquarius in 2025. That is false. We are already in the Age of Aquarius. This is why Mama came out in these cards as she did. Because we're already there. Think about this. The Age of Aquarius is all about knowing more yourself. It's the water bringer, right? It's the water bringer. Okay? What is water? Isn't water all about healing? Cleaning you out? Freeing you? Doesn't your body have like 75% of water? Aquarius is also Aquarius is also the element of air. Okay? What is the heart chakra? The heart chakra is also the element of air. Why you think they want you maxed up in fear, so this way your lungs, where you cannot breathe. Remember, the order of the day also is photosynthesis. That's the breath of life. That's the order of life. Why you think they've been burning down so many sacred trees? Why you think they've been attacking the forest and the Amazon? as they have, because they're trying to end breath, the order of breath. Remember, when you're breathing air. What are you breathing air to? You're breathing air to your fire, to the solar plexus. That's the element of fire. Doesn't air give fire more life? Doesn't it? So why do you think they want you maxed up? Why do you think they even created this whole COVID in the first place? It's a program. It's an agenda. These motherfuckers have agendas. They have a lot of agendas. Think about what was Agenda 21. What's 2 and 1 again? Isn't that 3? Okay, so the coronavirus, for instance. Why did they call it corona? Why was it crown? Don't you have a crown chakra? Yeah, we do, right? I believe we do. No, I know we do. But a lot of you don't know that. Because you don't want to know that type of information. You want to stay in a fucking bubble. You want to fall in line and get vaccines without studying, without doing your research. You want to go ahead and wait for them to give you a cure for that fucking COVID while you already have a cure provided by Mother. You get what I'm saying? There's agendas. There's a lot of agendas. But people want to stay shut off. They want to stay closed off for a purpose. One, because they don't want to believe it. Because of the programs that were taught that's just a conspiracy. Don't listen to Miguel. He's a nut job. Right? Two, because they want to hold on to their safety net. Remember, what is safe? What is safety? It's about control. 3, they want to protect that program. Okay? Like I've been saying many times, you're either the program or a programmer. You can't be both. It's one or the other. Now, again, going back to the heart chakra, it's the element of fire. Okay? So, the heart chakra is the element of air. It blows that air to your fire. Remember, when you're meditating, when you're really, really meditating and you start going in there, don't you need the breath? Why do you think they want you to have a mask? Also, it takes away your identity. You're not wearing a mask, you're wearing a muzzle. Because not only that, they're stopping you from speaking. That's submitting. That's submitting to that system. That's wearing that mask because you're just giving into that program. I have not yet worn a mask since this virus started. I go anywhere without a motherfucking mask. I don't care for it. And it has nothing to do about being selfish. Because I understand the programs. I understand why they created this virus. Again, what is the corona? The corona is the Antichrist to your Christ consciousness. The connection to the heavens, the connection to your higher self, the connection to the Father. Remember, the heart is the connection to Mother, to Mama. The air. Why do you think they attack her so much with the trees, man? Do you just fucking get it? Why do you think they attack the trees as they do? Why do you think they coming after you next? The order of breath. That is your science. I don't know, I got so much gases. That's your science. How you rather, I don't understand, you rather sit in front of a fucking TV that's gonna tell lies to your vision to give you a story, and you rather follow that instead of following your science that's inside you. You have these chakras for a purpose. Just like you have a third eye for a purpose. You get what I'm saying? How are you not going to get in tune with that? They're in you for a reason. They're not put in there. The creators didn't give you that just to put that in you. They give you that for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is a coincidence. Everything that happened this year was all for a purpose. It wasn't a coincidence. You get what I'm saying? From the George Floyd story to these elections, from naming all the way to the COVID, man. Why they created this COVID. It did what it had to do. They want to kill out the population. And they didn't want to come up with a solution, problem, reaction. Or a problem, reaction, solution. You understand what I'm saying? It's all for a purpose. It's all for a purpose. They have agendas. There's a lot of agendas they have. Come on, look at with George Floyd. I dropped the science on that George Floyd. You see, I don't see black and white. I see color. I don't hold on to that fucking script. I see it for what it is. George Floyd was a Mason, just like that white cop was a Mason. You get what I'm saying? And everything was an agenda, a hidden, occult agenda. Remember, these dark, what do you call it, inorganic ones have agendas. They also work in magic. They're into the occult. They understand dark spells. They understand magic. And a lot of people still don't believe in magic. It is real. It's energy. It's how you use it. It's how you use it. It's what makes it evil or good. You get what I'm saying? But these motherfuckers that control this Maya illusion understand how to keep the population on check. Why do you think they created all these different programs? Okay? As I said, if you think this year was bad, you haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen anything yet. So if you are really in that program, good luck. Good luck. Good luck to you. You get what I'm saying? Because it's going to be worse. But it doesn't have to. Because remember, what you have the abilities to create. Your mind and what it could manifest, what it could bring into your reality. Remember, you're also a co-creator. If you're made in the likeness of it and the image of the creators, what does that make you? What does that make you? What does that make you? You get what I'm saying? I'm living proof that I know that. Here's the thing: is that I'm nobody different from you. It's just the knowing is what makes the difference. That's it. The knowing. Like I said, look at the breakthroughs I've made. Come on, I'm not even the same person I was last year. I look at my old videos I was doing. Like, damn, like who's this motherfucker? Who is this nigga? Like, what the fuck is this dude? I'm sorry if I talk like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's what is that? That's the growth, man. That's letting go of the attachments. That's another thing. This is why they have people so gullible, because of the attachments they want to attach themselves to. Why do you think they've been so successful for so long? If we've been here for many times, many eons, think of how long they've been here. How long they've been able to study you. Why do you think they came after the ancestors as the way they did? You know what I'm saying? Put it like this. A lot of people are going to be very upset when Trump goes back into office. And I'm telling you now, it's going to happen. Because they used that hammer and they got caught. They were fucking with those numbers. Again, you know, it's a storyline. They wanna fuck with people's energy because those inorganic ones, that's how they eat. Like I said, if animals don't know their food, what makes you think you ain't food is something else outside of you? Let me say that again. If animals don't know their food, what makes you think you ain't food to something else outside of you? This is why the inorganic ones create all these events. Okay, what was George Floyd about? Okay, what kind of energy did he use? They used a lot of chaotic energy. It was rituals. When they were burning down the cities, that was fire. They were doing rituals. They were doing magic. When you got BMOs and people supporting that cause, all stupid following, they're sheep following sheep, blind leading the blind. You got motherfuckers walking around with signs talking about I can't breathe, and they're fucking walking around with masks. You can't breathe right now, and you're walking around with that sign. Do you not get it? Okay, so this is what's up with this whole shit with Trump. Trump is part of mind control system. Okay, isn't it in their nature to have power? Isn't it in their nature to have separation? Isn't it in their nature to have different agendas? There's a hidden agenda. There is a secret agenda. Okay? And there's also an occult agenda. And we've been seeing it played out in front of us. For those that can really see it, they can see it. And those that can't, of course, ain't gonna be able to hear it or see it. Trump is part of a mind control agenda. The office part. I don't know what office part. So we gotta really, really understand the different agendas that are happening. Think about this. What's been happening in nature? Look at how they're trying to go ahead and keep people just locked in. Look at the state of Mother Earth that she was going through over the summer. All the fires. None of that was just happening just to happen. It was all for a purpose. Yes, Trump will be back in office. He will be back in office. Yep. He's coming back. He haven't he didn't lose. Come on, look what they use. They use that hammer. That hammer is part of AI. What is AI? AI is artificial intelligence. They rigged that election. If they rigged that election, what makes anyone think that he's gonna just walk away from that? Isn't he power hungry? You get what I'm saying? It's a power grab right now. These inorganics don't want to leave peacefully. They know the time is up. It's a power grab. They're making their last moves. We seen the occult agenda with George Floyd. We seen the metaphysical and spiritual agenda with the COVID. Because what was the COVID doing? It was fucking with what? With your consciousness. It was fucking with your spirit. It was fucking with your body. Remember, where is the lungs and liver? It's there by your heart, the center of the earth. Okay? So remember what I said, how we have 7 chakras. Those are the basic chakras. There is more. Remember what I said, that you are also carbon. What is carbon, Miguel? Carbon is charcoal. What's charcoal need to burn again, Miguel? Fire, baby. Fire. Remember, the inner solar sun system is within. That's the resurrection of the deceased king. Sorry, let me do this in order. The deceased queen and deceased king. Okay? That's the resurrection. That's the real resurrection. Never was a story about Jesus resurrecting. Why do you think they said that he died at the age of 33? Don't you have a 33 vertebrae in your spine? That's where the Kundalini rises, y'all. That's where it goes through. Remember, you have the Christ within, not outside of you. The Christ is in you. Remember, when you reach that level of consciousness, that's why they call it the Christ consciousness. The connection to the heaven, the connection to the ether. What is your heart? Where is it connected to again? Mother. So what does fear do to you? It keeps you in a low vibration. It doesn't help you ascend. It doesn't help you do anything. You can't even spark if you're in fear, let alone wearing a fucking mask all day. You know, you gotta look at things clearly for what they are. What has this COVID did? Didn't it pretty much shut down a lot of small businesses? Left a lot of people broke? Isn't that what happened? How many people were hurting through this COVID? A lot of people were hurting. Because of again too, a lot of people depend so much on a job. A job should be temporary. You're supposed to be on your work, setting up financial gain, letting money work for you, not you work for money. Isn't that how the rich been staying rich for all this time? What do they do to stay rich? They follow a system. And that same system they follow, you can follow that same system. You got to apply yourself to it. Again, like I said, a job is supposed to be just temporary. It's not supposed to be your whole lifespan. Or whatever lifespan you work to. You get what I'm saying? This is why people fall short. Like I said, there's all types of different agendas. You see them played out in front of you. Gotta start paying attention. We have, like I said, the spiritual, the occult, the hidden, and the secret. Who's behind the government? Don't we have a secret government behind that government pulling the strings? Just like you have religion. Who's really behind that religion pulling those strings? It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. We have to start being conscious of things that surround us. You know, there's so much shit that's going on right now with this election. I'm telling you, people are going to be very angry once Trump stays in office. Then again, like I said last time, I'd rather have him in office than Biden. Because if you think that they won't go their storyline to enforce mask, where you're gonna be wearing masks even at home, you're gonna have people so paranoid talking about the COVID is going through your air decks, the COVID is going through your vents, the COVID is gonna be going through the cracks of your walls or under your door. It's a big boogeyman. They'll be forcing so much fucking law, so many stupid ass orders. It's gonna be crazy. Not only that, you think about this. If they would have went with that fucking Hillary Clinton storyline when Trump and Hillary were going at it for that fucking presidential campaign 4 years ago, a lot of people would have been kicking back in FEMA camps. A lot of people would have been forced vaccinated a huevo. No fucking questions asked. They were already preparing for FEMA camps when they were closing all these Walmarts. They have fucking underground stations in Walmarts, underground tunnels. They had already had fucking concentration camps ready. They had trains set up where they have windows in trains and vent docks, cargo trains to move back and forth people, just like they did with with World War II, with Hitler and the Jews and shit like that. They're gonna do the same shit. Like I said, history repeats itself. You get what I'm saying? You know, you gotta start thinking too. Like, for instance, like I said, if Biden wins, you know, but I already know he's not. But let's just say if he does, let's just say he does win. What do you think is gonna happen? You get what I'm saying? Either way, you're gonna still see some crazy shit because Trump is already rounding up his troops. And what I mean by that, what is Trump doing? He's playing that mind control thing. What did I call Trump last time? I said he's a trumpet. He's the magician. He plays the fool, doesn't he? That's the fool card. Okay? He knows how to play his role. He knows how to play his cards. What does Trump do? He gets his KKK supporters behind him. He speaks to the Proud Boys. He speaks to the white supremacists that want a fucking race war. You get what I'm saying? And look at the whole thing with Biden when they got Kamala Harris. She goes back to the storyline with Obama. They want to feed off your hope. Oh my God, a woman president. She's African American. I don't even think she is even African American. She represents a minority though, and a woman, right? So think about that. They're going along with that same storyline about Obama, trying to bring a minority into office that brings hope, and then they get you suckered up. Wasn't that what happened? People really forgot that didn't care about Joe Biden being a fucking pedophile. You see, Trump talking about grab her by the pussy. You get what I'm saying? But he wasn't talking about grabbing little girls. Was he? I don't think so. But you see Biden with little girls. It's not even hidden. It's not even a secret. But people don't care. Why? Because they lack what? Compassion. They want someone to run them and control them. What does governor mean? Governor means what? Governor your mind. Isn't that what it means? You get what I'm saying? So we gotta think about that. Think about the storylines that are in front of you and why they're there. Why are they there? You know, all these energies that they release that's of fear and keep you sucked in that body. When you give up everything you have, that's your energy, to something else because you want to feel safe. Come on, people. Any vaccine that's been made takes 4 years tops before it gets distributed. Not only that, it has to go through certain trials. And where do they go first? To the animals. Then they go into humans. It took them 9 months to make this vaccine for this virus they created. And they want to put it in you without knowing any side effects. This is why you already have people dying and people fucking having so many different side effects through that vaccine. But people are so gullible. People are so gullible that they don't even study. They just fall in line with shit. I know, man. When it's coming to your job, the best thing you can do is say no and just get another job. Nobody should ever force anything in your body because you matter. Your body's important. Why would anyone... that's what I'm saying. I can't even say why would anybody in the right mind would do that, but there's people that are doing that. Why? Because it's mind control. Going back to mind control. They're playing their cards right. Remember, these motherfuckers are into the occult. These motherfuckers are into magic. Like when you're watching a movie, for instance, let me bring up this real good movie. Who remembers Get Out? What was that movie based on? Here's the thing, folks, is that melanin is very rich. It's even more expensive than gold. Okay? When they this is even more insane how they were snatching up melanated folks that were homeless to make what? Those pills that put you to sleep? What are those pills called? Somebody put that in the chat. What is those melatonin pills? They were snatching up homeless folks, taking their fucking melanin and putting it in melatonin to put you to sleep, to help you sleep better. And that's sick. But that's what they were doing. So go back to the movie Get Out. Weren't they a bunch of white folks that were hypnotizing people and putting their subconscious mind into that body? Why? Because they know that their time is running out. See, in the movies, they leave you messages. They have to. It's called a law of correspondence. They have to put the truth out there somehow, even if it's hidden. It's out there. You just have to understand it. Just like this is the difference when you look at things from a spiritual lens, a metaphysical lens, and the occult lens, and the hidden lens. You see, these motherfuckers know what they're doing when they make these kind of movies. Remember, what is the mind? What is the subconscious mind? Everything is energy. That's where everything is stored. Okay? So what were they doing? They were hypnotizing black folks and doing what? Putting their memories into that vessel so they could live longer and be stronger because they're weak. White folks by nature are fucking weak. Why do you think they want to run around and try to take over everything? With power. But what gives them the power? Money. Other than that, they don't have any fucking power. Period. They don't have it. And any fucking magic they use, they stole it. They don't even have, put it like this, they don't even have what we have. Because we are melanated. It's coming from us. So when you think about these white folks, what they were doing in this fucking movie, when they were putting their subconscious minds into these black folks, because they know that their time is running out, they can no longer coexist with us. Because not only that, the sun is hot. The sun is too bright. It's burning them. It's fucking killing them. Why do you think they cover it? Why do you think they cover it? They could cover the sun as much as they want to and put the chemtrails. Notice during the Great Conjunction, the chemtrails were everywhere. It doesn't matter. They cannot stop the energies because the energies are flowing though regardless. Even though you don't see the sun out there when it's out there, it's still there. It's strong. You see, these white folks are trying to tell you something in the movies. Just like that show when I was watching when I first started watching, what's his name, the Lovecraft, right? What did the melanated sister say? We're taking our magic back. You understand that? Why you think they're pulling they're fucking pulling the tricks? Going back to that movie Get Out, think about it. What were they doing? They're hypnotizing people. They were using magic spells and fucking switching minds, pretty much. Taking that melanated mind. Why? Because the melanin is rich. The skin is rich. You get what I'm saying? We gotta start paying attention to those kind of movies. Those movies are there for a purpose. Nothing I'm saying is not true. You just gotta somehow allow it to pour into you. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, if you're going back to fucking whatchamacallit, Kamala Harris. I fucking broke down some science of Kamala Harris and I told you how she's the fucking whore of Babylon. What she's into. You get what I'm saying? What the fuck she's into. They're using that storyline with Obama. Obama's presence and energy hasn't gone nowhere. They're still holding on to that energy. They know how to play the strings. They know how to play the roles. Come on, when you see, like, put it like this. During a movie, I mean, after a movie's over, don't you get the cast? These are the cast. What are the cast? The cast are the actors doing the magic. When you get casting, what does casting mean? Casting means casting spells. Isn't spelling part of spells? It's in the grammar. It's in your English. Why do you think English was forced down the throats of the indigenous ones and separated many from their true language? What is the main two languages on the planet? English and Spanish. Prove me wrong. Isn't that the most known talk languages on this earth? Why? See, people from Mexico, and Mexico has so many different languages. Thanks to Kalia, she brought that up to me not that long ago, and it stuck to my head. You know, so you gotta think about this. Why in the fuck would they sell that language to the indigenous ones? Why? It's all for a purpose. It's all for a purpose. You gotta understand what type of agendas they are doing. Again, a lot of people don't understand the agenda of Trump. He's into the occult. He speaks secretly to certain groups of individuals. Oh yeah, I forgot about the piss boys, the Proud Boys, what they're on. What is crazy that you have these two factions, BML and Antifa, made by the Democrats, paid by George Soros, one of the elites, and they're all minorities, or what you want to call white trash, right? Those are the poor folks. Remember, there's a different class of white folks. You got the rich and you got the poor. You got to understand the difference. Okay? So when you get that, you understand the whole mind control of everything and what the fuck is going on. Okay? So Trump already has a network that he already has a propaganda trying to set off that fire for the race war. Okay, and who does he speak to through that network? The KKKs, the skinheads, the white supremacists, the Proud Boys. I'm telling you, they've been wanting this race war for so long. That's what they want. It's a mind control system, y'all. They want to come after the indigenous ones because they know how powerful we are. Why do you think they've been trying to stop you from ascending? Why do you think they've been trying to stop you from getting into who you truly are? You descendant queen and king. Why do you think they're trying to stop you to reach your God self? You goddess, you God. Think about that. Why do you think they're trying to do that? Okay? Put it like this. There's 4 cycles of the Kali Yuga. And the Kali Yuga has 4 cycles. And that's what we're seeing right now. And we're going to get that in 4 years that are coming up. Right? And what is those cycles? What is the Kali Yuga, y'all? The Kali Yuga is destruction of the ego, the hidden self, the animal within, the destruction of the world, and the dark age. That's what the Kali Yuga represents. Kali also represents creation and new cycles. Okay? Those of you who don't know Kali, look into Kali. She's considered to be the goddess of death and destruction, of dark systems or old age. We're already in a golden age. And what are these? Think about this. What are these 4 cycles that how the government and any program exists through? What are these 4 things these 4 cycles that we have that keeps this shit, this Maya illusion running? Let me break it down to you. What are these 4? You have education, which is failing. It's done. It's over. The entertainment system, which is also out the fucking door pretty soon. You have politics, the governments, then you have religion. These are the 4 programs that keep people stuck in what? The body, the beast. Remember, you're part beast, part spirit. Okay, you got to remember that. Remember, you are part beast, part spirit. Let me go back. Let me touch on this really quick about the X-Men. Who remembers the beast? Okay? All the other X-Men were able to turn on and off their powers, but the beast couldn't. He was always going to remain a beast. But one thing about the beast, he was the most strongest and the most wise one. He was a scientist. But he didn't want to be like that. He wanted to be so much to be human. But here he is, the smartest, the strongest. Yeah, he might have looked ugly, but inside he had beauty. Because he had a lot of compassion. He had a lot of heart. That he just felt like he was stuck. Because he just wanted so much to be normal. But he forgot to look in there and be like, man, I'm good the way I am. I'm powerful. I'm a fucking genius. I'm fucking strong. Yeah, I might look like an ugly motherfucker, but hey, I'm still the strongest and the smartest motherfucker alive. You get what I'm saying? So think about that too. What color was he? Wasn't he blue? He was blue, right? Okay. So what else gave him strength? His words. His voice. Right? What else is blue? Your throat chakra. The element of sound. Your words. The power of your words. When you manifest. When you break things into your reality. You get what I'm saying? Again, these X-Men movies weren't just movies. They were built off your science. Yeah, of course, they threw a little Hollywood in there to deceive you. This is why, for instance, like, there were so many people caught up. They were really... Here's the thing. A lot of people had high expectations about becoming mutated, but a lot of people don't want to accept the fact that they gotta do the work. Fuck. If it was that fucking easy, a lot of us that returned here wouldn't be here right now. This was that easy. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit around and wait for the great conjunction of the 21st of December, and I'm just gonna mutate. It don't happen like that. You gotta put in the fucking work. That's the way it works. It's not gonna just happen just like that. You gotta put in the work. It's a must to put in that work. You get what I'm saying? But everything is possible. We got spirit active right now. We got our ancestors out there connecting with us, man. The ancestors that many of you forgot. They're in your blood. How can you forget what's in your blood? I don't understand that. How can you forget what's in your blood? What's in your DNA? How can you forget that? Your ancestors were murdered, sacrificed like sacrificial lambs for you. It wasn't no Jesus that died for your sins. It was dumb. I feel like I froze. They died for you. Those that you forgot. And right now there's a time where there's a lot of people that are making the transition. Because this is what they came here. That was their purpose. You got to understand that a lot of people are stronger in spirit than they are in the body. Remember, folks, energy doesn't die. You gotta get that out of your system. You cannot destroy energy. Spirit right now is very active. A lot of you are seeing numbers and not even being a knowledge of that yet. But when you start realizing that, when you start realizing why those numbers are there and why you're seeing them, everything's for a purpose. It's your wake-up call. This right now is your wake-up call. to wake up, to spark up, because this is the time where everything is being revealed to you, where the energies are strong right now. We're in a golden age. We're in a time where the old is falling apart, is giving out because it's no longer working, because we are evolving. We are evolving. It's a must to understand that what is happening right now. Nothing that you see, even in the dates, is a coincidence. You understand what I'm saying? Look at where we at. Next quarter of 2012. It's in the numbers. 2021. I didn't make up the numbers. You just have to have the eyes to see it. Have the eyes to see it. Stop walking around blindfolded. Stop walking around with a muzzle in your mouth. Healthy people don't wear masks. There's ways to beat this virus. There's always has been. If anything, you are the virus to the system, which is why they want to go ahead and vaccinate you. Like I said, yeah, I'm sure there is a lot of people dying, but how many people are walking around unhealthy? Yeah, I got people I know that fucking wear a face mask, but yet are still smoking. You're not scared of cancer, but you're scared of a virus that's not fucking airborne? I don't even understand that. Does that even make fucking sense? How are you gonna walk around with a face mask but want to be want to be smoking a fucking cigarette? How the fuck isn't that cancer? Don't you get lung cancer? Fuck. How many people are so unhealthy by what they eat, what they consume? Hell, you don't even need to smoke anymore to even get cancer. It's in your foods. It's in your foods. Think about this, folks. If the virus was such airborne, why haven't they not been worried about the chemtrails that they've been spraying the skies for the past 25 years? Again, what is 2 and 5? Isn't it 7? It's your 7th chakra. It's the attack on your 7th chakra. Your corona, your crown. You get what I'm saying? Look at Christmas. Wasn't it on the 25th? Do you see how they work the numbers? They know how to work the numbers. They know how to use the energies and the frequencies of those numbers to keep you in the low vibration. Everything's for a purpose. You know, it was a purpose why I came out here and speak. It was a purpose why I came out here to do this. Not only because I was looking at my Facebook Live I did last year, I came up on my memories, but I was like, man, you know what? It's time to speak and bring out some other stuff. You know, talk some more. This is a time we're in a time where we're moving differently. Like I said, you gotta navigate through this system differently. You gotta come from your heart space. You gotta come from your love. You gotta come from your compassion. What is compassion, Miguel? It's direction. What is direction, man? It's like not going where everybody else is going. Go different. Go different. Be the difference. Be the difference maker. Look at the cards I pulled out. You have energies that are out there supporting you. You have the ancestors out there supporting you. Spirit is more active. The line between the spirit realm and this physical realm is so thin that the spirit is able to be right here. And if they want to show themselves to you, they will show themselves to you if you're ready. If you're ready to see them. Like I said, there's so many people that are passing on, but that was the purpose, because they know they couldn't do it in the physical body. They're gonna be able to be more helpful in the spirit realm, especially what the fuck is gonna be happening the next quarter of 2012. Excuse me. Remember, there's an agenda. The strings already been pulled. The mind game's already been played. The tricks are made. The magic has already happened. It's already been casting. It's already been set up. It's already happening. Like I said, we got these energies. Who is Kali? You don't believe me? Look it up. The Kali Yuga. Okay? Do your research. I mean, come on. Look what happened with the Great Conjunction. Isn't that something what our ancient ancestors were talking about? It's there. Everything is there. Nothing that I'm saying you cannot have access to. It's how much you want to have the access to it. That's the difference. Nothing I'm saying is nothing that you cannot do. It's the level of doing the work. What is necessary for you? Think about this. If we have a bunch of parents that don't speak up, that don't come from their place of power and the truth, especially if you have children, if you can't speak up for your children, who's going to? Remember, their future is in danger as well, not just yours. Especially if you want to fall in line and not do what's necessary to go to different routes. Government is gonna fucking fail. It's gonna fall. All these programs that we have are gonna fucking fail. We're gonna go back to this is a reset moment where everything's being resetted. Where we're gonna be just like our ancestors, going back to the ways of our ancestors. Self-sufficient, growing, planning things, planting. That's what's gonna happen, because if everything fucking fails, which that's what they want, is to fail shit, you're looking at food shortages. Okay? You're looking at food shortages. You're looking at so much shit that's gonna happen. Economy crashes. Like I said, if you thought that this year was bad, you haven't seen nothing yet. And that's a warning. That's the warning. But it doesn't have to be your reality, because you could change the shit. Like I said, this COVID was my blessing. See, not only I was able to conquer the goals I said I was gonna do, but I fucking I fucking reached new ones without even constantly knowing. And not only that, I finally found my better half, man. My beloved. You know what I'm saying? Someone that matches my energy, someone that matches my frequency, someone that is my soulmate. That's on that level. But how did that happen, Miguel? Putting in the work. We both put in the work. We were both able to use the mind manifestation. Do not sell yourself short, because there's so much power within you that you haven't even tapped into. It's all about activating yourself. Activation is key right now. There's a lot of inactive DNA we have that is finally activated, but you have to put in the work. It's not going to be easy. This journey wasn't easy, but it was well worth it. It was well worth it to answer my call and live my purpose. You know, again, going back to the goals, whatever goals you set your mind on, accomplish them, do them. No one can stop you and get in your way but you. No one can ever stop you and get it away but you. But you. You allow those programs inside you of the control. That is you that do that. That is you that allow that. You have to take back your power. You have to take back your energy. You have to take back your life. It is time. It is time to let go of the attachments. This is what Kylie is showing us now. To let go of the beast body, which is the animal, which is your ego, which is all these different attachments, these insecurities, this fear, this and that's been installed in your mind by someone else or something else. Those are not your thoughts. Those are not yours. You have the power and the ability to release all that doesn't no longer serve you. That's how powerful you are. Stop giving your power to someone else that you think that's your savior, but isn't your savior, but your slave master. Because that's what it is. Remember, the Christ is within, not outside of you. Remember, I said many times, there's a difference between Jesus and Christ. Jesus is your white slave master. Okay? That's who he is. And I'm not trying to be racist, but it's the fact. Why didn't they paint him that color? Why do you think these motherfuckers want so much a race war? Who they want to come after? It's time to wake up. It's time to spark. You see, what they failed to realize, that if they come into the gang neighborhoods, you know that we've been out there for years killing each other left and right, that we're ready for shit like that. You know what's gonna stop these folks out there and these people out there from killing each other? Is when you get white people in there trying to take over neighborhoods and try to kill us or them. That's when they're gonna come together, and they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that, because that's when things are gonna get gangster. You understand what I'm saying? You get me? That's what they fail. That's what they fail at. Because like me, I never forgot who I am either. Never. That's a part of me. That's always gonna be a part of me. I embrace that. I'm grateful for that. Because it made me stronger. It made me who I am today. It helped me get to where I had to get to today. I'm grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the truth. They seem to forget, no matter how much they want to go with that fucking race war, that it will blow up in their face. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want. You know, like I said, we're looking at a big clusterfuck. We're looking at mind control just happening right in front of you. What is a television? It's a tool of mind control. What it does to the psyche? It manipulates the mind. Come on, I've been putting nothing but information out there for the longest time. For the longest time. Like I said, I sat there for hours doing lectures. 5 hours nearly. And 5 hours and a half. Sometimes 4 hours and a half. Just doing lectures. Giving up my energy, my time. Because why? Because it is important. Because that matters. Why? Because you matter to me. And like I said, you don't have to like me. It doesn't matter to me. Because I still love you. Because I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. I wouldn't even be back here. Period. I wouldn't be back here. But again, I would have been foolish not to be back here after all the times that I know that all the times I've been back here. Why would I not be back here? This is the moment. This is the moment. This is the moment. This is it. The golden age, the age of the Aquarius, activation of DNA. People are starting to tap more into their spiritual essence of who they are, getting out of that 3D reality. That actually is not even. They say time is an illusion. People are getting out of that 3D mindset and tapping into that 5D consciousness. You get what I'm saying? That's the time we're in. That's the time we're in. This is why it's important to, yes, set your goals, do exactly what you need to do to become the greatest version of yourself, and do it. Don't let the programs outside of you to stop you and dictate your life. Don't do that. Don't stunt your growth, especially if you have children. Because what do you think is gonna happen to them if you don't step up for your child? What's gonna happen to your child, man? Yeah, think about that. You know what I'm saying? So let's bring in a new year with that Jupiter energy of that prosperity, that abundance, that love, move in that direction of being full of compassion. Be selfless. Be of service. Do more. Don't allow the fear to bring you down and think that they're going to change you and dictate your life, because that's what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? That's what they've been doing, is dictating your life. Especially if you're falling for that hype. Like I said, not once have I worn a face mask, and I go everywhere I need to. I'm not going to walk in there with a face mask. I know my rights. I know my purpose. And I know my truth. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean you can't have that. It's your choice not to. Like I said many times, know thyself. Know thyself. Close this year with a bang. With knowing that you're taking your power back. Know that you're taking your energy back. Know that you're taking that fear. You're getting rid of it. It doesn't no longer exist. Don't take that into the new year. Get rid of those fucking programs. Rip that up. Write down everything that you dislike of yourself. Everything that you dislike of yourself, or the programs that are in your mind. Write that shit on paper and burn that motherfucker. Like, you know what? That ain't me. Write down what you like, what you love about yourself, and put that up in your motherfucking somewhere in your wall or some shit, and be like, this is what I'm gonna become. Put your goals down. This is what I'm gonna achieve. Like I said, no one can stop you. You are a co-creator of your life. You need to create. Stop thinking that you're gonna die and get to heaven. Heaven's empty. You're not supposed to die to get to heaven. You're supposed to bring the heavens to the earth. It's crazy how people are literally talking about, heaven and this and that, but yet you don't want to die to get there. Especially if you're scared of a fucking virus that they created for a purpose. For a purpose. Remember, problem, reaction, and solution. You get what I'm saying? It's time. It is time. It is fucking time. We're in that age of Aquarius. We are in the age where mother is active more and she's present. Like I said, children forgot about mama. Mama has not forgotten about you. Okay? So, I'm gonna get off. Be very cautious of your surroundings, especially if you're gonna be out there tonight. Be cautious. Don't drink and drive. Be good. And of course, always navigate differently in this Maya illusion. Especially the fact that this is a time that you're with your family. Celebrate that. Don't be afraid of this virus. Don't let the programs bring you down from You celebrating bringing in a new year with those that you love. See me, I want to be here at home with my boys. You know, I rather be home. I'm never the person that likes to be out on New Year's. I rather just be home. You know, that's what I like. You know, to me, it's just like just bringing in a new year. You know, but with a purpose. Everything is inside me mentally. I don't have to be out there to celebrate anything. I can celebrate within. You know, so you just have a good night. Happy 2012. Okay, that's the next quarter of 2012, y'all. All right. Again, numbers don't lie. Okay. So I'll see you next time. And then those of you that like that reading that I did earlier, hit me up, private message me. Okay. And I'll talk to you soon. Good night.